My God, look at this mess. You think they get cleaned up before they have company over? Anyways, yep, messy desk. There's always something new, something that comes into my head and says, I got to have that. I've wanted it since I was a kid. Well, you've seen the progress of the RM rocket, very close to being done. And of course the Palomino, I'm doing the interior right now. Got the little black hole thing that you see moving around, that's actually translucent. And the light will shoot up through here and light it up. Hopefully it'll look kind of like some sort of hologram. Pretty simple, since you're going to see it through those little tiny windows there. But you can still see it with the lights on, you really can, surprisingly. And the DSRV, I actually made some changes on it, I had to. And still be making more changes because there's a lot of things that this one doesn't have, but you know, the guy did a good job, or girl, whoever did it. I ended up having to do this piece all as one piece. It's actually two halves, but if you put it in Cheeto box and put the supports and you put them next to each other to where they're touching, and then save it that way, you can print it as one piece. And probably a lot of, like this tower here was a front half and a back half, and I just had dickens of a time getting it to fit. So I just cut it apart with a 3D builder, and the same thing, just kind of pushed the two pieces together. The bottom wasn't super perfectly curved like that, because you can't do that with a 3D builder, at least not that I know of. So I just got it close, and then I just sanded it smooth to fit. And I had to cut some holes out, like there. There's a window, I think, in there. I know there's a sphere. You can see a sphere inside there, and there's a little window. I believe it's a window. Something, or a light, I don't know. So that, this box here, it goes up. This is the capture part underneath. Actually, the box he made wasn't wide enough. After looking at the videos of it, the thing is almost as wide as the capture ring. So I took this, same thing, 3D builder, took it, cut it in 3 sections, and left the center section, then put it in Cheeto box and stretched it out, and just kind of set the pieces all together when I was able to print it out as one piece. So yeah, it worked out pretty well. I went ahead and bounded in the letters because I will put decals there, of course. Hopefully I can get a color close enough to the color this will be. I also made some, they didn't give you little propellers here, so I made my own little propellers to go in there. There's 8 of them. And the little supports they give you were really lame. So I made these, but I'm going to make new ones because the supports, basically it's landing gear off of some ship, off an airplane. That's what it is. I got a file of it off of a jet fighter. They're supposed to kind of mimic this a bit, but it has this thin rod here. So what I'm going to do is take one of these, and I've got lots of pins and stuff on files and models where they might give you a little pin rod to print out. And I'll take one of those and I'll chop this down and add the pin rod into it and print it that way, you know. So I'm going to make some more of those. And the capture ring between here and there just got really torn up. You know, it has like little bolts on it. So I'm going to cut a capture ring off of one of these in the model, the virtual model, and save it, thicken it up a little bit, make it two-sided, and then I'll sand these down a little bit more. And it'll just look much cleaner because it's all getting torn up. So by making it double thickness, it'll hold up a lot better with this type of resin. So yeah, that's what's been going on. Of course, your model's sitting over there with a big towel over it. You know, the cover for my mill over there. But yeah, I just got too much going on. So the primary thing is to finish the Palomino. But when this DSRV came out, or it didn't come out, I found it. It's a free file. I just had to work on it. I've been wanting one of these forever, ever since I've seen one in Jacques Cousteau. You know, I think they had one in Jacques Cousteau. I saw it somewhere. So I was a real big fan of it, you know, the Mystic. Which I don't know if the Mystic is real or if it's just the name of the one they used in Red October, because I know it was the Red October one. But I think this nose was different. You know, it didn't have that blunt of a Rudolph nose. So, yeah. So, yeah, that's what's been going on here.